What's up, Fuckboys? Week 8 recap. I'm back with Nerd Joe. We had some complications last week because Hurricane Zeta knocked the power out, and you
Yeah,
couldn't.
Hurricane Zeta was a little bitch. It was like a,
Is
a
that a
pesky little
girl or
bitch.
is
Yeah,
that a
Pets.
girl
It,
or
it's, it was definitely a girl. I mean,
yeah,
I mean, who
that's
cuts out your power? Like a girl is definitely an ex-girlfriend's gonna do that.
yeah, that's an ex-girlfriend move. Ivan was cool. It didn't hit us. Did it make the power go out? I can't remember Ivan. Ivan was back in '04. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, Ivan
Katrina
was a while back.
Katrina sucked. Katrina sucked. Somebody must have did her dirty, and she came back with a vengeance. Holy
Vengeance,
shit.
vengeance. Yeah, and the thing with Zeta though was like it was very quick. It was very quick. It was like my time with Zeta, my intimate time. Like it was just very quick and done real easily. I mean, it was about like less than 2 hours, which that's equivalent to like 2 minutes type of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. That is a quick one.
yeah,
Is it? Was it just me, or did anyone else go Zeta Eta Theta Iota Kappa Lambda
I
Mu?
did the same thing. I was like, they're doing the Greek alphabet now, and
Dude,
somebody looked at me
I
like,
was like
"What?" I was like, "I was in
sitting there.
fraternity."
I was sitting there with my thumbs out, just like alphabetic.
Thumbs out.
All right,
The
well, let's
default.
um this week kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie. The matchups were pretty boring. I didn't really. I mean, there was like none going into Monday. Actually, I think there was zero going into Sunday that were even
That was
remotely
even close. No,
Yeah,
no, we had some upsets. But around the league, I guess my first caption is I have to say is, Swamp Jim, is your luck running out? I don't know what happened on that one.
yes,
It wasn't even
yes.
close.
Oh man, I've never been so pumped to beat somebody in my life. I'm gonna get to that, but I have never been so pumped to beat somebody in my life. I don't hate you anymore, Swim Jim. I don't hate you anymore. That's all.
Well,
That's
that's
all I
what it
got to
took.
say. Yeah.
Alrighty.
In other news, the Steelers are the best team in the league.
Hands down.
They are very, very good.
Why were
Holy
they
shit.
playing at 12 though? They had one of the best matchups in the league, and they were playing at 12. In prime time was Dallas Eagles. Dallas Eagles. Yes, I get it. I get it. It is going for the division. They are going for the division title
What?
right now, but they're like 2-4. Like both teams, like 2-4, 2-4-1, 2-5.
Dude.
And Cowboys were starting Danucci, who was not Gucci, and just absolutely sucked the entire time.
Oh, he
Unbelievable.
was so bad. That
Unbelievable.
game was just I didn't watch it, but I watched the highlights. Good Lord. I feel bad for anyone who watched that game. Like that was trash. It was oh God. Dude, it was just
It was
garbage
terrible.
football. It was hard to watch. It made me want to scratch out my eyes with the Brillo pad. Jesus Christ. Honestly, I'm gonna turn it around. I think the NFC East is fun. I think this whole shit
Oh,
show
it's definitely
has just
fun.
been very, very entertaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. Why on God's green earth are you gonna put Ravens and Steelers at 12 or 1 for people in Eastern time and have Eagles Cowboys pride time? That does blows my fucking mind. I
To
don't
give you a
get it.
little perspective on the game, since I watched it, I had a good time on Halloween night. Had a pretty awesome costume. You can go check it out
Dude,
on
that Joe
Instagram.
Exotic costume was fire.
It came together. But give you a
Yeah.
little perspective, went out, kind of had a party the night before. That morning, I woke up hungover, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna go through my hangover routine. Got over my hangover, and then I started watching the Dallas Eagles game, and my hangover came back. That's that was how bad that matchup was. And I've never had that happen before.
That's a first. I've never heard that. Yeah.
Yeah,
You had a hangover that came back for seconds because that game was so
because the
bad.
game was so bad.
Oh, that's beautiful. Um, let's see. The Titans are not good anymore. They started off good. They're not good anymore. Um, I don't neither are the Browns. Those are two teams that started off hot that they're just not good anymore. I think the Titans are kind of poised to make a bigger bounce back than the Browns, but I don't know. Vikings beat Packers. I took the money line, or not the money line. I took the spread. Vikings had +6. Um,
You took the Vikings spread.
yeah,
Nice. That
yeah.
was good.
Holy fucking Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
what. Okay. Saints are 5-2. Say what you want. They're 5-2. That's it.
It's
They might not be good,
not pretty.
but they're 5-2. LSU sucks. Saints are 5-2. We're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
That was bad. That was bad. Okay.
Subject.
Okay. My favorite part, trade analysis.
Okay. Yeah. Well, since Zeta knocked me out the last couple weeks, I've got quite a few that we're gonna go over. So we'll start off with Vigio Morgenstein and more cowbell. Blockbuster trade. Blockbuster trade of the season.
This was
was
a big one.
a huge trade, and I had a feeling more cowbell was going to do this because he was sending me blockbuster trades, and we couldn't settle on it, and I knew I couldn't be the only one he was sending trades to. So this.
Oh no, we were not even close to be the only two.
Yeah. So this didn't come as a surprise to me, but
it's nice though.
But it was really cool to see. It was really cool to see in a league. You want to see like blockbuster trades like this. This really is what makes the league interesting. Well, Vigio Morgenstein acquired Julio Jones, Josh Jacobs, and Jared Cook, and Moore Cowbell acquired Kareem Hunt and Travis Kelce. Now, granted, with these trade analysis, I did it based off of the time that it was done. So any weeks afterwards, I didn't grab the stats for it. I just, I wanted to make it an authentic trade analysis, make it so I grabbed the points from then, ignored the weeks after, So this is based off when it happened, no time further. So, all right. Well, I've got on this one, I've got Vigio Morgenstein. I've got an A-. So with a big blockbuster trade, a lot of times both teams are going to come up on top. Basically, my thought process, Julio Jones averaging 14.63 points a game. Missed 2 games already. But, so that always comes kind of in concern, especially with a veteran wide receiver in the league.
Yeah, so he's a little older. And this is also not including the next weeks he's had.
Yeah, it's not including the next weeks he's had. So, looking at it from that perspective, you get a little bit iffy on that. But I mean, Julio Jones is still one of the best in the league. It's a great pickup.
Solely what I was riding on, and I love Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
Love
Josh Jacobs is good. He's got a 16.8 average, which is really good. However, the only knock I have on Josh Jacobs is that he's very up and down. I think, what was it? He had 26, 32, and then he has like 7 and 9. It's like, he can be over the top for you and win, but then, he can kind of hurt you a little bit on some weeks and not perform as well. Jared Cook.
I don't know. He's got a really good name.
Okay. All right, here we go. Anyways, Jared Cook, not a bad pickup. He's kind of the same way. I feel the same way as Josh Jacobs. He had to average 8.5 at this point.
Yeah.
The way he's kind of benefited was from, wideouts from the Saints missing time. So he's going to benefit from that. But whenever those 3 come back, Thomas, Sanders, and Callaway, who's kind of came out of nowhere. But
yeah, he did.
Once those 3 come back, it's going to kind of diminish his value a little bit. And for tight ends, it's kind of hard to find some good tight ends in this league.
Well,
right now.
Another thing I was thinking of, if you don't have like the top 2 or 3 wide receiver or tight ends in the league, it's kind of a crapshoot with the waiver. Like I have Austin Hooper on my bench. I got Jared Cook. I can literally go through the waiver. Like Tanyan had a great week and now it's doing nothing. So like,
I kind of shit on Tanyan, but he's actually not doing too bad. He's one of the top tight ends in the league right now.
I understand that, but he's had some like since he like broke out with 3 touchdowns, everybody was like, oh my God, Aaron Rodgers, he's gonna be the next Jimmy Graham to Drew Brees with Aaron Rodgers. So like that's what everybody was thinking.
Gronk.
Huh?
He had a more Gronk personality.
Yeah, that's true. He was a little more like, that's true. Jimmy Graham kind of sucked. He was kind of boring. Like he would do like the little slam dunk over the uprights, but then it was just like he didn't put any oomph into it. Like I want like a LeBron James just fucking throw down. He would just boop, Tim Duncan it, like Tim Duncan slam dunks. I
All
don't know.
right. Yeah. Well, analysis about touchdown celebrations.
I still don't.
It's
I still got to
interesting.
bet. I don't like Jimmy Graham. Fucker, just demanding wide receiver money. Like I get it, you deserved it, but fuck it, man. Come on, dude. We had a good thing going.
Yeah. Granted, he was more of a wide receiver than he was a tight end because he couldn't block for shit. But
Yeah, he sucks. But
anyways, all right, going
all
on,
right.
moving
Yeah,
on. More cowbell.
we got to we got to move through these quick.
Yeah, or else we're gonna be out here 3 hours. All right, more
I could
cowbell
literally talk
acquires
for 3
Kareem
hours.
Hunt and Travis Kelce. Kareem Hunt 14.87. Uh, you know, consistent number one running back. On a run heavy offense. Very good pickup. Travis Kelce 15.58 on an explosive offense. I had to give more cowbell an A on this one.
Yeah, I know.
I thought he was able to do, send out more and get better players with less by receiving less players. So in my analysis, this was kind of a win on more cowbell.
I agree. I mean, if you look at the last week or so, it's been that's the way it's been. Like Kareem Hunt and Travis Kelce have been tearing up. Travis Kelce is tied with the league lead in touchdown receptions. He's got 7. He's tied with like 4 other players, I think.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt, they just keep feeding him because Baker Mayfield can't fucking throw the ball past 10 yards.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, yeah.
Now,
I agree with
the
it.
weeks afterwards, Julio Jones has still gone off. Jared Cook has benefited from Michael Thomas and Sanders and Callaway being out. And has scored a touchdown in his previous last 3 games, and Josh Jacobs still kind of keeping some consistency. So it's. I mean, you make the trade analysis, but at the end of the day, it's never. It doesn't always pan out that way.
Yeah. No, I know. And here's the thing. I liked it because it fit my team better. I now have 2 dominant number 1 running backs. My receivers are Keenan Allen, Justin Jefferson, and Julio Jones. And I have like AJ Green, Jamison Crowder on the bench. So like, it just made sense for my team. But yeah, I get it. More cowbell definitely won that one. But yeah, thanks. What's the next one?
All right. Well, this one actually, I'm just going to be judging myself on this, but My Hilarious Name acquires Mike Evans, and Falcons 21 acquires Darrell Henderson Jr.
Okay. Side note, even though, say what you want about Mike Evans, he is one of those people tied for the league lead with 7 touchdowns.
Yeah. Well, I gave myself a B- on that one, and I gave Falcons 21 a B+. And just kind of a moderate trade. Doesn't do like a lot of huge value. It did.
Question.
Yeah.
Was Clowntonio Brown on the team when this trade was made?
They had acquired him. Yes.
So you got Mike Evans after Clowntonio Brown.
Yes.
Okay.
I did.
Just wanted to.
Yeah. So that was done. That was done like right after they acquired him. Basically, my thought process was I had lost CeeDee Lamb basically to
the Cowboys
subpar QB play for the rest of the year. So I kind of didn't see any value on him very much. If anybody wants a trade, he is on the trade block. But
no, thanks.
And then with my thought process, Darrell Henderson, he's been a nice play. He could continue to be a nice play, but I was able to kind of switch out that CeeDee Lamb play with a wide receiver who's a starting wide receiver in the league. He's a good red zone threat.
So high.
But ultimately, I think it upgraded Falcons 21's team much better. Darrell Henderson has been 11.5, so the point averages at that point had been roughly about the same.
You got a W.
So we definitely were even on that part, but I mean, it prompted Daryl Henderson Jr. as a starting running back for Falcons 21. So I think that's a good trade, and especially with running backs being more of a value
Yeah.
in the league than
Yep.
wide
Yep.
receivers. That's why I gave a slight edge to Falcons 21.
I agree, bud. I agree. We got time for one more. Let's do one more.
One more trade.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. What is a good one? Let's do the one this week. So Falcons 21 acquires Todd Gurley, and Legion of Bust acquires Ezekiel Elliott. Now I've got two grades on this. I have two grades. So I have a
Can we get
pre-draft grade and I have a now trade. So pre-draft grade, I've got Falcons Tank 21 B minus, and I've got Legion of Bust A plus. Like
Yeah.
this would be like a solid pick at the very, or a solid trade at the very beginning. You know, Todd Gurley's got that injury risk. Ezekiel Elliott with a dynamic offense with Dak Prescott and company. Like this is just like would be just a no-brainer win. Now let's
Yeah.
get back to reality and now.
Fast forward.
I've got Falcons Tank 21 A minus, Legion of Bust C plus, a C plus. Now that's me being a little bit generous.
Yeah, I would go C minus.
I'm gonna just do this as a masterful job to Biggs. How did you get Todd Gurley for Ezekiel Elliott? Because I was gonna plan on trading for Ezekiel Elliott. I was gonna, all right, his value's down. I'm gonna see if I can throw some chunk stuff at him, like with some potential maybe players, but a starting running back in the league who I was actually regretting on trading at this point of the season. I was like, man, Todd Gurley really just didn't do what I thought he was going to do. He's still running.
Dude, he's still getting touchdowns. He's still running.
Still getting touchdowns. They're not like overutilizing him too much. So he's getting his carries, but he's not getting too much wear and tear. Like they've been conscious about that.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. And you know what? Look, Luke has in the past done things that have been very shocking, and this is probably the most
mind-boggling.
Todd Gurley, his favorite. He's got a jersey. He's got his jersey. I don't get what Luke's thinking. Maybe he knows something more than we do, but according to this season, I don't think he does.
I don't think he really thinks. I think he just does, which, I mean, it's a 50-50. Either you're right or you're wrong, you know?
That's true.
It's a crapshoot. I kind of love it, actually. So, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to say, especially I give C plus ratings or C ratings, and it's not that they can't do good. I just find the risk at a very all-time high with it. You know.
Oh yeah, like have you seen the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Tony Pollard looks like he's got more explosive burst than Ezekiel Elliott does at this point, and that's
agreed.
That's
agreed.
Ouch. That's
again because Ezekiel Elliott is literally eating everything in the cupboard.
He's so fat.
He's so fat. He's got he's got like a fat face too. The fat face doesn't help, and the beard makes it even fatter. Like he's got the like just that face where it's just like you got a fat kid shoveling a big old bowl of cereal in his mouth, and he's got just the puffy cheeks that just make him look like a big, large human.
Yes, and notice his wardrobe. At the beginning, when he was first entering the league, he wore these crop tops all the time, so you can see his awesome six pack, but now he's wearing these long sleeve shirts. Long sleeve shirts that cover everything. And if I've learned anything from girls in their wardrobes, when you're covering things, you're trying to hide shit.
You're hiding shit. And he has no business wearing long sleeves because he plays in Dallas. He plays in a dome, a giant dome. You have no business wearing long sleeves unless you're trying to cover up all the little fat parts.
Yep.
He's probably got a fupa now. He does.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
Anyways, we got to move on. So Bobby got High Point winner, unfortunately for you, Joe. Good for you, Bobby. That came as kind of a shock to me. Jerv gets bet. Oh, speaking of we can make this a drinking game for these kids. Since you and I say all the fucking time. Every
Yeah,
time
it
you
just
hear us
comes
say
out.
you drink. So I mean, it caters to it's a win-win. We say a lot. They're alcoholics. Yeah.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Um.
We
Anyways,
both didn't have coffee, did we? In our
I'm
cups.
almost done.
Mine's empty.
Let's see. Jerv gets the bench warmer award. He had 70 points on his bench, and I think
Almost could have won a week with that.
Dude, I know. I don't think any of them were a quarterback. He might have had one quarterback. We'll see. Okay. So when you and I first did this, like immediately after I posted it, Luther texted me. He said he wanted to be on it. Like he wanted to, kind of call in as a guest or whatever. Chris said the same thing. I think it's a great idea, especially with those two. They have two of the most controversial personalities in the league. Like, I think it would be perfect because you and I are going to agree on most things just because we, grew up together. That's just kind of how our brains work.
Yeah.
If we get somebody like Chris or Luther to come in, have like a completely different perspective on it, how awesome would that be? We can just go tit for tat, go at it, talk about whatever we want, whatever fantasy matchup we want, talk some shit. We can even have other people, like if they want to come on, like Luke. I want to have Luke. You know why? Here's why I want to have Luke.
There's a lot of reasons.
Okay, but here's the main reason. So did you listen to any of the Joe Rogan podcasts when he had Kanye on?
No, I hadn't had a chance to get to that.
Okay. So what happens? I'm not comparing us to Joe Rogan in any way, and I'm not comparing Luke to Kanye.
That's a compliment.
But when Kanye starts a sentence, I don't think he actually has a destination for where that sentence is going in his head. So you see what I'm saying? So like he'll take all sorts of different exits, and none of it's going to make any sense. But my point is, I think that's how having Luke on would be. He would just start talking, and he'll talk about how he justifies starting Andy Dalton that one week, and then he'll end up with how Zeke Elliott is the best trade of all time. Like, I just don't know where the thing's going to go, and I think it's going to be great. Hey, we can even have Angry Almeida on. Ooh, Angry Almeida.
Yeah.
Great. Just let him
I
rant.
definitely think, having a little team manager profile for each team that's in our league, I think that is going to be awesome.
That
we can dissect exactly what they're thinking during the process.
Dicey. That could get dicey. Ooh.
It could get dicey, but that's why we're in media, right? That's why we're in media.
That's
keeping it dicey.
That's it. Beautiful. All right. Continuing on. Drink. Okay, so most matchups kind of sucked. So I'm gonna give the matchup of the week to Luke versus Chris, because it was the biggest upset. And one thing before we get started on the matchups, I want to kind of go over my picks from last week and explain playoffs. So what's going to happen with the playoffs is the top two teams in the league, not the top teams in each division, the top two teams in the league will get buys. Now, the winner of each division will automatically get a playoff spot.
Playoff bid.
But the top two records in the league get the buys. Okay, so I just wanted to explain that to everybody. Unfortunately,
that'll reward the second place person, that's in the league, actually getting something. But it also rewards the person in the division winning the division.
Which, I mean, I've been thinking about it. I don't really understand the need for divisions, but I just kept it in this week or year just because. I
think the NFC East would argue against that.
Yeah. They're just bad. Okay, all right, moving on. My picks last week, I went 3-3. I picked myself to beat Swamp Jim. I won. Good deal. Love it. I had Dax Ankle beating Meek Jerk and Beef Boys because
pretty sure I went 6-0.
I think you did go 6-0. You went 6-0. We'll go
without the internet and everything.
Yeah,
just 6-0.
Just gut picks. Picks. That's what you got to do. Follow your intuition, man.
Got numbers.
I picked. I got all numbers. I picked Matt Dax ankle over Meat Jerk and Beef Boys. I didn't see because I thought Matt was hot. Turns out Jerv was hot. I picked more Cowboy over Fuck Yahoo. Got that. I had the upset. I picked Legion of Bust over Ron Dynasty's team. I
That's a
picked it.
big. That's a big upset.
Yeah, that was huge. I'll get more into that
We get into the matchups.
at Chris's matchup. He lives and dies by Kyler Murray. But anyways, Stidham's daddy versus you. I had you, but Stidham's daddy came out of nowhere. Bobby had some key buys, and then I had Over the Hill over Falcons Tank, which I lost that one too. Anyways, all right. Going to matchup number 1. Vigil Morgenstein versus Swamp Jim. Thank God I can stop hating James. That just felt so good. That was the best $20 I've ever spent. By the way, James, I spent it on deli meats for my sandwiches. Yeah, big time deli meat. Oh, did you see they kind of canceled pepperonis there for a little bit?
What, they canceled pepperoni? Oh, come on.
Yeah, they had. I don't know. They had
2020. What are you doing?
No. It wasn't an internet thing. They just stopped selling it because there was something in the pepperonis that were making people sick. So they took all the pepperonis off the shelf.
Oh, that actually seems logical.
Yeah, but now I think they're back on. But anyways, so that was a nice $20. It would make great sandwiches, and I don't hate James anymore. I like James now. I cannot say fuck you, James. And I don't know why he started Chris Carson. Chris Carson was out. Does he look at his lineup?
Yeah, that's the one thing I was looking at, and I've made on the top of my notes. Carson out. I mean, what is it? Do you have a family you have to care for or something like that? Come on, look, your time should be devoted to fantasy football.
That's what I'm saying.
Your lineup.
That's the whole point of getting married. You let your wife take care of the kids and the cooking and the cleaning and everything, and you watch football. Isn't that what marriage is? That's what I thought.
That's exactly what marriage is.
Yeah. Okay. See, we're good at this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's in the dictionary.
It is
part of being a husband. Husband.
Yeah. And in the dictionary, it's in the Webster dictionary, right next to husband, it says watch football.
Watch football. Yep.
That's it. It's very simple. Very simple. Watch football, build decks, grill out steaks, talk about sheds and lawns, dude.
Yep. Oh, super. And then the lawn competition with the other neighbors.
Oh, yeah.
Those get heated up. Those get intense.
I know. Anyways, dude, I'm not gonna try and toot my own horn, but I'm gonna do it. My team's fucking nasty. My team, top to bottom, is nasty.
Top to bottom, that's exactly what was in my notes too. Complete game. I mean, I hate tooting your horn, but you had 6 players with 12 plus points, and I mean, I think the key here and the numbers that we need to look at right here is Keenan Allen getting 10.6 targets per game. I mean, the guy, I think it's kind of lucky because I didn't see that coming, but Justin Herbert flinging the ball that he's doing. I did not see that one coming, but Keenan Allen has definitely been the recipient. And 10.6 targets per game, well, it looks good.
The Chargers always went with Allen on they always went with Allen on third down. He's the third down guy. He's just a big dude that's perfect for third down. Now Justin Herbert, man, he's got a veteran wide receiver like that he trusts. Get him the targets going down the stretch.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Herbert's been playing one of the best deep ball throws in the league right now.
Yeah.
So, the thing I kind of saw from Swamp Jim is the wide receiver duds. I guess I understand why he's starting 2 tight ends.
I see the wide receiver duds on his team.
The wide receiver duds. Now, Thielen's usually week in, week out's a pretty good ball player, but they went with a run-oriented offense to keep the Green Bay Packers out. But John Brown, I don't think John Brown's the answer.
No, John Brown's not good. Plus the Buffalo. Oh, Buffalo's another one of those teams. It's the Browns, Titans, Buffalo. Started off hot, not very good anymore.
Not kind of cooling off a little bit. And that's kind of what I said with Josh Allen, kind of been slightly going down. Every game.
He's cooled down for
Pulled
sure.
down, yep, and that's John Brown's definitely the one that's kind of been the recipient of that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and as much as we shit on tight end, him doing double tight ends, it did
and
better than the wide receivers. So I
here's
guess
the
I have to
thing.
give him
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, yeah, you don't mess with it because he, like you said, basically the only player that did anything on his team was Kamara. Oh, and his kicker. But you know it's bad. You know your week was bad when your kicker beats your quarterback.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
how you know
definitely.
it's bad. That's how you
That's
know it's bad. See, that's why I keep kickers in the league. That's the meter for how well you did that week. If your kicker is doing better than your quarterback, you did not do well that week. If your kicker is not, see, that's the reason I kept it. I just
I've
made that
actually
up
got
right now.
I got a very good point on that. But
Why?
I'm gonna wait for Chris's matchup to really go off on that. But yes, I totally completely agree with you. I think kickers are a part of the league, and we'll get on more on that later. All right, little technical difficulties here. Give me 1 second. We have lost Josh for a second.
Okay.
All
Can
right,
you
you're
hear me?
back.
Can you hear
You're
me?
back now.
Beautiful. And my bench, so I have J.K. Dobbins, fire this week. Leonard Fournette on a roll.
Yep.
Anybody ready to trade some running backs? I even got Old Man Gore if you want that. But I'm open to trading. I got 4 solid running backs. So anybody want some?
How do you like CD Lamb?
No. So one thing I do that's very, very stupid is with kickers, I chase kickers. So I'm an idiot in that I see a kicker put up like 20 something points. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna waste my top 3 waiver pick on a fucking kicker because I have to have him. And then he sucks the next week, and then I'm just like, well, why did I waste my top 3 waiver? But then I do it again. It's a vicious cycle. That's what I did with Brandon McManus, and that's what I'm probably gonna do with Blankenship. And like I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I waste my waivers on kickers, and it's just I keep getting sucked back into it. I don't know what to do. Can you help me?
Yeah,
I don't have
actually, I
self
do have a good
control.
strategy, and I'll tell everybody for every that what I do is that you just keep up with the numbers. Keep up with the numbers. You know, it's typical me.
Yeah, but I like yeah. Yeah, but I keep up with the wrong numbers.
Well, you got to keep up with the average points per game. Like I can tell you right now, there's two of the top 4 kickers that are not claimed by people right now, and that's Randy Bullock from Cincinnati and Ryan Suckup from Tampa Bay.
Fat Randy, dude,
Fat
that dude's
Randy, but
so fat.
he's putting up points, and honestly, you can attribute that to the way the Cincinnati offense is kind of moving. They're actually moving the ball up and down the field, and they're not going to always get points because they just they don't have.
Dude,
Sometimes they just don't have the guys that can really punch the ball in. But
I know you and I are biased, but Burrow looks good.
Burrow's getting in
Dude,
his groove.
he's got the number 3. Yeah, he's got top 3 passing yards in the league.
Mm-hmm.
In the league, dude.
Yeah,
He had
he's
not this
getting.
past weekend, but the weekend before, he was the league leader in passing yards. He had 400 and something, dude. And he's getting smoked every single fucking down, dude.
Yeah.
He is getting trashed because his offensive line is straight garbage, like smelly rat poison garbage. It's not good. It's
Yeah. No, but
so
the
bad.
good
But
thing
he's
is
just like
Zach Taylor, the head coach, is recognizing that he's got something, and he's going to do everything he can to make sure that stays protected. And that's, I mean, if you have to trade Carlos Dunlap because he's becoming a distraction, that's what they're doing.
then do it.
They're taking
Yeah,
all the distractions out of the team and focusing on
dude.
what they can do for the future.
Get rid of Dunlap, get rid of AJ Green, and I think the rest of the team's all on board. Like AJ Green, I think
I don't even think AJ Green's been that big of a deal, but
he
I
just
kind of
he
laughed at
just
the fact
it
that
just
John
seems like
Ross didn't get traded. Like nobody wanted him.
oh
He's
because
like, "Oh,
he's
I
the
need to get
only
traded," and it's like, "Yeah, nobody wants you, dude."
because he sucks.
He sucks.
He's just like lightning fast. He's got Usain Bolt speed, but no hands. And like, bro, you can run one route. That's it.
Yep.
Good for you, bud. All right, we got to move on, dude. We keep talking too much.
Every time.
James will be good. He's got Kamara and Alvin Kamara and Deshaun Watson will carry his team. He had to start Bridgewater because Watson was on a bye. He'll be fine. His hot start is going to be what is going to keep him in it because we're both 6-2. So he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it dropped him down to third and put you up to second. So for a top of the league status, that was actually a pretty big win for you. That was a pretty big game in general.
Huge.
So
cool. All right. Do you have anything else in this game?
I think I'm done with this one.
Okay. Yeah, James. Last note, James. Set your fucking lineup. Don't worry about your kids.
Set your lineup.
I mean, Anna takes care of the kids too. Anna and Lizzie. So like you got technically like 3 wives that are taking care of your kids. So calm down. Set your fucking lineup. All right. Moving on. I beat Swamp Jim 118.74 to 81.94. Next up, we have Meat Jerk and Beef Boys versus Dax Ankle. I still haven't watched the episode of Workaholics. Sorry, Jerv. I will get to that this week. Honestly, Jerv's team is all over the place, dude. It's like 1 week he'll have 125. The next week he'll have barely 80, barely in the 80s. And then like back and forth, man. I don't understand Jerv's team. That's why I picked Dax Ankle. I also don't really understand Matt's team either, but I thought he was going to go on a little bit of a baby run. I don't know. I do. One thing I do know is Jerv's wide receivers are on fire.
Wide receiver galore right now.
Shit.
Jeez and Pete's. Like when your wide receivers don't score less than 24 points, all 3 of them, yeah, you can pretty much rack that win up.
Yeah, dude. Like Devontae Adams has been having like a killer 3 weeks. DK Metcalf is okay. We didn't talk about this. DK Metcalf is the best player in the league right now. Did you see him run down the Cardinals DB?
Buda Baker. Yep.
Buda Baker. Yeah.
Buda Baker.
No, he's the best player in the league right now. He's the best, hands down, any position, best player. He's the LeBron James of the NFL right now. He's just the best player.
That's some strong words, but I mean, it could definitely be backed up the way he's been playing and
I hate
the way
his
physique is. Like the guy is not a wide receiver. I can just tell you that.
He's a golden god.
There you go.
That
sounds about right.
And like I said last week, man, he's just figuring out more and more how much better he is than everyone else.
Right? It's just like, wow, I'm so much bigger than this guy. Like when he was chasing down Buda Baker, it was literally like a parent chasing down their kid. Did you see the sizes differences on that? It was like, okay, there's this kid running away. You know, is it Kyler Murray? No, it's Buda Baker. But here comes a parent, DK Metcalf, just tracking him down. Gosh, it became an instant meme for 2020.
It was great, yeah. That and Daniel Jones tripping over air was pretty funny that week too.
Yeah, see, last week was so much fun. I had so much information for that. Gosh, I was so mad about the internet.
Zeta fucking killed it, dude. Last week was great, and then this week it was just fucking boring.
Yeah.
I think, let's see.
I think my notes on here. Meat Jerk and Beef Boys. Your running backs are on the bench, man. Running backs are definitely on the bench. Not like you needed it much, but they are on the bench. And Zach Moss, I think he's a play from now on.
Zach Moss is definitely a play. I don't know about Dallas. When's Chris Carson back?
Chris Carson, he's probably not going to be out too long. And then with Dallas, he's going to probably be a flip-flop play with Carlos Hyde. I don't think Carlos Hyde was fully healthy for this game, but he's the number 2 back. So that one, that was just that would have been lucky if you picked that one.
Yeah, but he's got a running back 2 situation going on here. He's gonna need a second running back shortly. So Jerv,
are you trying to pitch a trade right here?
Hit
Yeah,
up your
I
boy.
think you're, I think you're pitching up a trade.
Also, I think he needs to get a new quarterback. I think Josh Allen and the Bills are, for now, done.
Like I
As
said,
far
I
as
mean, he was just on that downward trajectory.
I know,
It
he
sucks.
started.
You hate to see it. You hate
He's
to see it.
Yeah,
But
I agree. I want everybody to do well. If everybody's doing well, it makes the league so much more fun. It makes fantasy so much more fun. It makes sports betting so much more fun. I want everybody, because if you have so many NFC Easts, like it's just not good. It's not good
you
for the
laugh at
league.
it, but then at
You
the
laugh
same,
at it. You laugh at it, but you enjoy watching good football much more than bad football. Like, the
yeah.
reason why you enjoy watching bad football is because you make fun of it, but you can only kick somebody when they're down so much before you're just like, all right, I'm done, man. I can't
Yeah.
kick you anymore. You're just it's pathetic at this point, you know?
It's a temporary enjoyment that you get out of it, but it's not
Yes.
sustainable like a
It's
good football game. You kind of talk about a good football game and can, reminisce a lot more than just, making fun of somebody. And once you make fun of somebody, then it's about over. Or else, like you said, you'll just do it way too much, and it's just, at that point, it's sad.
Yeah. It's like, come on, dude. Come on, man. Like, move on. Let's go. He's
We can
down.
make fun of Luke so much, but at a certain point, it's just like that. You even had to you had to start saying something nice about him. Had
I
to bring him
know.
back up.
I do. You got to bring him back up so you can just shove him right back down.
Right back
Right
down.
down. Where does the foundation belong?
Yep.
At the bottom.
It's at the bottom.
At the bottom. Kittle is done. That sucks.
Kittle is gone. Yep. That is for Dak's ankle. We can move on to him. That
Yeah.
is tough. I mean, you have Dak Prescott go down and you have George Kittle. I mean, that's like two of your top players right there. Talk about some bad
That's
luck. I
that
guess what is he going to
sucks.
change his name to Kittle's knee or Kittle's ankle?
Kittle me. Kittle Skittle. I don't know, man, dude. It's tough. Like, he's he's been unlucky, but we haven't talked about how unlucky he is, because he's actually, like, been doing. He's at 500. He's a 4-4 record.
Oh yeah.
But like, we talk more about Dave's team being unlucky because he's got a terrible record and he's just very unlucky. Dak's ankle has been under the radar unlucky in that he just has injuries. He's been starting the wrong people, which I guess that's not unlucky. That's skill. Jonathan Taylor is not. I think those backup running backs in Indy are going to be playing more than he is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's just my take from last week. I have had some very bad takes, so don't quote me on it, or you can quote me. Just if you bet it and don't get it, then don't be mad.
Yeah.
That's it.
The biggest thing I noticed from this week was he had 4 players out. I mean, Mike Thomas is out again. He's been out most of the year. JD McKissick was out this week. Christian
Yeah.
Kirk, Chase Edmonds. I mean, that's kind of a lot to have out and still try to win the game. With that being said, well, I think Hasty might have been a start this week. Could have been a start. Deontay Johnson. That's gonna be tricky with the Pittsburgh wide receivers, because as good as Pittsburgh is,
I was gonna save
takes a
this for
wide
Chris.
receiver.
Yeah, I was gonna save this for Chris's matchup. How do you decide which Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver to start? How do you, like? That's why I'm just like, you pick it out of a hat. That's
Pick it
all you
out of
do.
a hat.
You pick it out of a hat. You have no idea. Ben Roethlisberger doesn't even know who he's going to throw to until 5 minutes before the game. He's like, oh yeah. Claypool's looking really, really good.
He's looking
Really
good in warm-ups right now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna throw it at him. And then that's it. That's
What
the
he's
only
doing that stretch. Yeah, he's ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah, stretch them glutes. Yep. Claypool's the guy. Like, you have no idea, dude. It's very, very frustrating. San Francisco's falling apart. I think, like, their defense is terrible. Kittle's hurt.
Well,
Garoppolo's hurt.
when half your team is hurt, I mean that's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
happen.
They're like legitimately falling apart. Like Limbs are
Well,
falling off of their bodies.
well, remember, and Biggs knows this very well, but they have the Super Bowl hangover right now, and the fact that they had the Super Bowl in their hands, but they lost it, and that kind of lingers on to the next season, and hopefully not for San Francisco's case, maybe not too much longer after that, but
Atlanta needs to they need to clean house. They need everyone from that Super
Oh, now
Bowl
we're moving on
team.
to Atlanta. Yeah,
Well,
Atlanta's a whole nother story.
yeah, that's true. We'll save it for Biggs' matchup. I also hated the color scheme in that game in the Super Bowl last year. It was just too much red. I didn't like
Oh,
it.
a lot of red,
Too
way too
much,
much red.
too much red. Now, like you said, Matt did have some key buys. What's up with Michael Thomas? What's up? I'm a Saints fan, and I have no idea what's going on. He's
Well,
gone. Is he
first he
gone?
was
When are we
hurt, and then
when are
he
we
was
gonna trade him? Can
suspended.
we just fucking trade him and get somebody, please?
Well, who's going to want to take
Please.
on that huge contract now? I mean, yeah. So that's
Who
what.
needs a big time wide receiver? Give him to the Titans. Fuck it.
Yeah, but I really don't like the look of how this is playing out right before or right at the end of Drew Brees' tenure, because
I
I
know.
was kind of relying on Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas kind of bringing in the new QB, on a good pace. But
I just want to know what happened, man. I mean, it's not like it mattered, but why didn't Jerv start Josh Jackson or Justin Jackson? I'm sorry. The
oh,
clip the
he's been up and down this year.
has he? Okay.
I mean, a little bit, like eight. I mean, he had 8 points the week before, but only had 12 yards rushing.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I don't understand starting a New England Patriots fucking running back. Just even with Tom Brady, I don't get it. He hasn't been very good.
well, James
He
White's a
hasn't.
good play with Tom Brady whenever he dumps off
Well,
passes
yeah,
to.
but like I'm talking about like just in general. I don't know. I
Have you
don't
seen
get the
Damian Harris lately?
no, I haven't. Has he been doing well?
Two of the last 3 weeks, he's had 100-yard games.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Well, then I completely take that back. So, any other things you have on this? I think I'm done.
I'm good with this one.
I thought Matt was going to go on a bit of a run. The Meat Jerk and Beef Boys needs to continue riding those fucking stud receivers.
Yep.
And yeah, Meat Jerk and Beef Boys beat Zach Ankle 125.96 to 86.32. Moving on to more cowbell versus fuck Yahoo. We're gonna start saying something nice about Dave, okay? Because we have to. He's got to get built back up. He's the most unlucky team by far the most unlucky team in the league.
Yep.
I
have to agree.
Hang on, let me pull up his matchup.
Yeah. That was actually the first of my notes, was not Almeida's year this year. Just not his year.
Not your year, bud.
No.
Just not his year.
Although he did have a quote this year, while you're pulling that up. He did have a quote. I spoke with Fuck Yahoo team manager Dave Almeida, who had a very bold prediction of Jimmy Garoppolo, same diff, but had a bold prediction that he quote unquote will be let go by San Francisco, and Belichick will bring him back to Patriots, which I thought was very interesting.
That's a decent take there. I mean, the Patriots need something.
And they do, and that Belichick did not want Cam Newton. I mean, he waited the last possible second and waited till he wanted a minimum contract to get Cam Newton. He didn't want.
I don't think he wanted to get rid of Garoppolo. I think that was all Brady.
Well, it was a mixture of that and how much San Fran gave up for Jimmy Garoppolo too. I mean, you got yourself quite a bit of return for him. So I mean, Belichick's a smart man. He knows when he needs to take his stuff.
Something nice about Dave, he didn't start Tua. Good job, Dave. You didn't start Tua. I know a
Yeah,
lot of people.
didn't fall into that trap.
Yeah, I was about to say I know a lot of people who started Tua, and he didn't look good, Joe. He didn't look good, man.
No, he did not. He did not. But he was lucky that his defense looked good.
Holy crap!
Unbelievable.
I was gonna get to that. Who somebody else has him in their matchup, but yeah, man, that defense is just went the fuck off. Miami is like sneaky good. They can possibly make a run at the AFC North. Is that no, not the AFC East.
Yep.
They could possibly make a run at it.
Yeah.
I still think, I mean, I'm still going to stand on by what I said. I don't think they should have benched Fitzpatrick. I think they should have rode his hot streak. But I did hear a take. I can't remember who I heard it from. They are playing to see if Tua is the guy. And if he's not the guy, they'll take another quarterback in this next year's draft. Because they got this next year's draft is gonna have a decent bit of quarterbacks as well.
Yeah,
So they're playing to see if Tua is their guy. I don't agree with it because I'm a win now guy. Do everything to win now guy. I don't agree with tanking. I don't like when people are just going for draft picks. I don't like it. That's just me. But I understand why people do it. I just don't like it. So yeah, good job not starting Tua, bud. The Cowboys are still trash. They're garbage.
Yep.
So
Well,
anybody on
Amari Cooper's not a bad play when Andy Dalton's in the game because Andy Dalton basically the only person that is good would be Amari Cooper because if you've seen Andy Dalton's history, he loves to throw to his number one wide receiver. AJ Green was the guy whenever he was healthy.
True.
Tyler Boyd was the guy when he was the number one wide receiver. So he does throw to that number one wide receiver, and we saw Amari Cooper the beneficiary of that. But with DiNucci, who played at James Madison,
he anytime you get your job, somebody beats your job out named Nathan Peterman, you're not good. Nathan Peterman beat Gucci DiNucci out at James Madison.
Oh, at James Madison. Ooh.
I think that's what happened. I'm pretty sure. It might not be. I might be just totally making that up. But
I don't know because Nathan Peterman did finish out his career at Pittsburgh, so he must have transferred then.
I don't know. I could
we'll have to check the numbers on that one.
Yeah, check the numbers on that one. Let's see. Chubb will be back week 10. Hopefully by that point it won't be too late. If you win the next 2 weeks, you'll be 4-6. Chubb will be back. You got a chance to make a run.
That's a big chance.
Dave, you're not quite done. You're not quite done. You've been getting very unlucky. I think you should offer a sacrifice to the fantasy gods. I don't know what you should offer as a sacrifice.
Probably Yahoo Sports app.
Yeah, that's probably
that's probably what he's going to do.
Yes, he's going to burn the Yahoo Sports app. He's going to go to the Yahoo Sports facility and burn it to the ground as an offering.
Are we still talking nice things about Dave right now?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's build him back up. We need
D. Higgins is actually a legit play nowadays. He has been going off.
Oh, he's fire.
He is on fire. He's been the beneficiary of Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow knows that, hey, this guy's going to be my long-term plan here at Cincinnati, and is already developing a relationship with him. Also, Indy seems like they're one of the best defenses in the league.
I agree. They're solid. They're men. Yeah. They are men. They play the game like men.
They've been doing really well. So,
and how about Giovanni Bernard?
Well, Giovanni Bernard's has been benefiting from Joe Mixon being out, and especially an experienced running back like that. It's easy to just plug and play type of guy. Knows a lot about the game, and I mean, as long as Joe Mixon's out, I mean, Giovanni Bernard's a play.
Mm-hmm.
I'd keep rolling with him.
Going back to what I was saying about the Cowboys being trash, basically what I meant is Philadelphia defense got 20 fucking points. Philadelphia defense got 20 points because they were playing the Cowboys. If that doesn't tell you something, I don't know what will. You play everyone against the Dallas defense, or
Dallas
you
defense.
play anyone who's playing the Dallas offense.
Yep.
That simple. You just play them. It does. I don't think about it. Don't look at projections. Just start them.
Just start them. Yeah. No, Dallas is a huge dumpster fire, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm loving every bit of it. I fucking hate Dallas. I think, you know what? I hate, number one, okay, I'm not going to say hate. I don't like using that word anymore. I strongly dislike the Cowboys. But I'm going to say this. I even strongly dislike the Falcons more. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's it. That's it. It's like the Falcons, then Dallas, and then everybody else in the league.
And then everybody else.
Yeah. That's
it. Yep. I think that's a good order.
Yeah. I mean, like, just the NFC East in general. Is just, okay. One thing I wanted to say. Luther, the stand-up man of the year award so far, he is in the lead because of what he did with the trade. Did you see that?
Yep. Actually, I just got a notification this morning about how they just placed Myles Gaskin on IR.
On IR, yeah.
Yeah.
Kudos to you. You are leading the what did I call it?
Probably should be the Walter Payton Man of the Year award.
We gotta I want to do something different. It's got to be fantasy related.
Oh yeah, well we can do that.
Stand-up guy. Who's a stand-up guy in fantasy? You gotta, because I wanted to make a taco award, and I was just gonna give it to Luke every year, but we need a good. I'll come back with you. I'm not firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, going back to the matchup. One thing that spotted out for more cowbell, Hines, how'd you pick that one? I was like, man, that's a lucky pick. But then I realized it was your only choice, basically, at running back. So well done. You were able to do that.
It was so funny. He texted me like when it was happening. He's like, man, poor Dave. He's even getting fucked by Hines.
Golly, like geez, I'm peace.
It's so bad. Like poor guy, man. Okay, what I wanted to say. Let me see. Luther seems good. It's good. I think he had a very, very mediocre week this week. With that being said, he still scored over 100 points. Let me see.
You missed Kelsey yet?
Yeah, I didn't want to get rid of him. It was just, man, why do you got to do that? Don't do that. That's my boy. We shared an intimate night together. By intimate, I mean pouring vodka.
We all know that.
Mouth.
We all know that 10 times over.
Yeah, I know. It's fine. It was fun. Ridley will bounce back for more cowbell. He's got 6 touchdown receptions this year. That's tied for second most. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah. It looks like he got hurt in that game too. So
did he?
Questionable.
Okay.
Questionable this week. So I mean that kind of makes sense.
Gotcha. Jared Goff did not look good this week. He did not look very good.
No, I mean that's what sucks. I mean, he when you throw up 355 pass yards, I mean that looks good, but you only have 1 passing touchdown and 2 fumbles lost.
Yeah,
I mean that's going to put a damper on everything.
It's just, yeah. So the last thing I wanted to, do you have anything else on this game?
I'm good.
Okay. The last thing I wanted to say, Luther, the fantasy gods look good. Look down on people like you. They don't look down. They look up to people like you. They reward people like you for doing things like that. Good things are coming. See?
Fantasy karma.
See, good fantasy karma is coming for you. See, in the past 5 years, I've been letting all of you win. So that good karma has been circling around to me this week, or this year. I'm finally getting that. I'm on a 6-game win streak, dude. Did you see that?
Yeah, here we go back to tooting your own horn again. Pete's about to make a whole orchestra.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of horns.
Jeez,
More cowbell beats Fuck Yahoo 106.72 to 84.7. to the upset of the week. Mr. Legion of Bust versus I'm Ron Dynasty scene? Huh? I'm still confused. Upset alert. I called it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Chris is completely dependent upon Kyler Murray for his wins. He cannot win without Kyler Murray. Because think about it. If he had Kyler Murray in – Kyler Murray, I'm just going to say he averages about 30 points a game. If he had 30 points like Kyler Murray normally does, he would have won this matchup. He's completely dependent upon Kyler Murray. That's it.
Yeah, well, the matchup or the points don't match up quite like that, but I like where you're going with it.
It does.
Because you can't just add 30 points to Roethlisberger's 15. You're going to be
I didn't.
of course.
I didn't. If you look at the difference between the you're a numbers guy. If you look at the difference in points between those two teams, it's about 15. But the difference in numbers on that matchup is about 15. So you add 15 to yeah.
All right. Numbers were
off. Let me see.
By the way, is that a Alabama shirt?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I like it.
It says it's backwards, but it says day drinking because 2020 sucks.
Actually, on the video, it actually looks correct. It actually reads it perfectly.
Oh, it does? So it's just backwards for me?
It's just backwards for you.
This technology thing, I'm too old for this shit.
Right.
Okay. Say something nice about Luke.
Fulgham.
Oh, he finally
literally since he started has been the top wide receiver in fantasy, averaging 16.4 points a game.
You hear that, Luke? Luke, do you hear that? Start Fulgham every fucking week.
Every week. Fulgham is a play. And the incredible thing is, I didn't really realize his history, but the guy just picked up football junior year. He was just like, yeah, I kind of like playing football. The guy was like a cricket player. He was a soccer player, and he was just a great guy. Yeah, dude, this guy just was like, he had his options, and he was just like, oh, I like this game, football. Let me pick it up. Then he goes to Old Dominion, and then just gets undrafted.
Falls out.
No, actually, I mean he did well at Old Dominion, but he got undrafted. Was on, I think it was San Fran's squad, and then Eagles picked him up because they had a lack of wide receivers and just went off.
Dude, Fulgham's my new favorite guy. That is awesome. I didn't know that story. That's interesting. That is amazing. I'm a huge Fulgham guy now. That's we're Fulgham guys.
We're Fulgham guys
now. Shit. Clyde Edwards-Helaire kind of sucked. Again, okay, this is what I wanted to talk about earlier. He's got Juju Smith-Schuster and Claypool. How do you decide? How do you decide who to start? How?
You got to go. Unfortunately, by default, you have to go with Juju Smith-Schuster every week because he's the number one wide receiver in Pittsburgh. But it's really hard to tell. I mean, it's almost like Drew Brees' offense back in the day when he didn't have superstar wide receivers.
It was
just whatever was the play. I mean, I remember back in the day, Saints. You never picked up a Saints player except for Drew Brees. Drew Brees,
right? Yeah, because you never know. Actually, Marcus Colston was a good play.
Solid play. I mean,
he just. I'm trying to dig something out here because you're right. He would throw to eight or nine different receivers every single game. He would spread the ball around all the time. Oh man, I missed that. So unfortunate Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Mahomes wanted to show off again because last week, he didn't really do very well, but it didn't matter because he didn't need to. But people were saying, "Oh, what happened to Mahomes?" Blah 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 blah. No, the Chiefs just figured out a way to win in so many other ways. I mean, it was against the Jets, but I think Greg Williams was a little butthurt over the Le'Veon Bell thing, so he made an extra hard attempt to just stop the run so that Le'Veon Bell would get 0 points.
Yeah. We ended up getting 6 points. It actually didn't do too bad, which doesn't really bode well with Clyde Edwards-Helaire because the more that The more that Le'Veon Bell gets into the offense, it's just going to be a split
Well, that's
offense.
the
And
thing. That's like Le'Veon Bell. If you don't, people forget Le'Veon Bell was like the top number one running back in the league for like 2 years at Pittsburgh
oh yeah,
before he got shipped off. He was the number one running back. He was so good. He's still good. He just nobody can do well on the Jets right now.
no,
Nobody except for maybe Jamison Crowder. That's it. Like he all he needs is a place where he can shine, and that's why I thought he was going to go back to Pittsburgh. Honestly, he
yeah, but I mean, if you're Pittsburgh, you don't want that. I mean, especially the way James. If they had trouble with the running game, I mean,
yeah.
you would do that. But with James Conner taking control and honestly as a touchdown machine,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you really just you can't mess up that chemistry right now, especially if you're like 8-0 or 7-0 undefeated like they are. I mean,
Yeah,
if it ain't
yeah.
broke, why fix it?
If it ain't, you're exactly right. The Greg the Leg's back, and
Greg the Leg is back.
Luke could not be happier. I know he was just overjoyed with seeing him score 13 points.
Well, I mean, and that probably is too. It's probably going to continue because if you think about it, Dallas isn't going to make it very far up the field. So the field goals he's going to be taking are going to be 40, 50 yarders
50
like all the
plus
time.
every
So,
time.
I mean, Greg is going to be probably the one lone bright spot of Dallas in fantasy. Is going to be the one lone bright spot. He will be the guy that's going to get all the points. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh
I,
God, they're just so bad. They're
yeah.
so bad.
And honestly,
What's
I one of my notes here. I wanted to wish Luke well for like, hey, I'm happy that you are reunited with Todd Gurley and he's doing so well for you. And then he trades him. And then he trades him. That was literally my note. I was like, just wish him well. And I was like, he just traded the guy. Like, okay, we already discussed that. But
That's why I think, like I said, I just think he's like Kanye. He just starts a thought or a sentence and just doesn't know where it's going, and then it ends up going a completely opposite direction.
it's
And
completely
just
opposite
I don't
direction.
know. Philip Lindsay played well. Good for Chris. That's a bright spot. I'm trying to be positive with the losing teams this week.
I'm gonna give a
Um,
shout out to Philip Lindsay because I had him I
you
had him
love
had him
Philip
his
Lindsay.
rookie year, just went off. I
Yeah,
even I even drafted him next year and then he didn't do as hot. But no, Philip Lindsay is a good play. I mean, he's just the only thing is he's going to be dependent on Melvin Gordon, so he's definitely a bench stash.
yeah.
From whenever Melvin Gordon, he's not a consistently healthy guy. So definitely good play on that one.
Yep, I like it. Unfortunately for Luke, I think Ronald Jones II is going to be splitting more and more time with Fournette. So it's gonna be like a Clyde Edwards-Helaire Le'Veon Bell situation.
Yes, definitely
I
so.
Yeah.
All right, now
Unfortunately.
now finally getting to the point that I was trying to make earlier. We were talking about how, kickers you need to play, you like having kickers in this league. I do too. And here's my reasoning. And this actually I'm glad you Chris you lost by your kickers and your defense. I mean, it serves you right. And because you whine and complain, and I hate these people that just all they want to do is focus on offense. It's all offense. It's all offense. And I would think more of you. I would think you would want more being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan to emphasize defense and good special teams. But no, I mean you want to complain. Defense and kicker should not be on fantasy. It should be offense, offense, offense. So serves you right that you got 3 on your kicker and 3 on your defense. You know what? Look, if team managers and head coach, as general managers and team and head coaches have to draft kickers and defensive players, so do you. Come on now. Don't be lazy. Like just
It is. That's what it boils down to. It just boils
boils
down
down to being lazy.
to
Like you
being
just
lazy. They're point hungry, so they want more and more points.
they want
Whatever's
to
going to
see
get
the
them more
points.
points. It does. That's all you want to see is the points. It's
Yep.
this adds a different dynamic to the roster. I don't mind the two quarterbacks. I think it's just it's a different draft strategy. different trade strategy, different waiver
Yep.
pickup strategy, which that's why I'm all on board for it. I love it. But I also love the kickers and defense, dude.
The kickers
I
and
think it
defense are
I
they're
think
part
it
of the
all it's
team.
just it's part of it. It makes up with the fantasy league.
I
I don't
bet
know.
you I bet you
I will
100%.
I will go down with the ship if that's what it takes.
I bet you 100% that Chris is one of those guys that wants to see the kicking game gone and just touchdowns. No, he just want to see touchdowns the whole time. No kickoffs, no kick returns, no punts. He just wants to see touchdowns all the time.
That's why
Like
I want to have.
golly.
That's why I want to have someone like him and Luther on. They both are the same way. They both don't like kickers or defenses.
Why don't we just play only offensive mode so we can just see everybody run their routes and then score a bunch
Let's
of touchdowns
only
every
do
place?
wide receivers. Let's only do wide receivers and
Just
tight
play wide
ends.
receivers, the
That's
whole
it.
time.
That's it.
We'll play.
And then
We'll play
we'll do
flag setup.
seven. Yeah, flag
7-on-7.
football 7.
Flag
7 on
setup.
7. All right. Yeah, that's it. We're done.
Lee, serves you right.
We are a flag football fantasy league now. Thank you, Chris. We're a flag football team. All right. Moving on.
I'll wrap things up here.
Yeah. Let's see. Luke, have fun with Kelsey. That's my. And then, one last thing. Nice thing about Luke. He didn't start Andy Dalton.
Why is he still on the team?
I don't know.
Why is he still on his team? I mean, get him off their team. That's a whole bench spot devoted to a quarterback who's already on a concussion right now, and then
Andy is COVID-19.
And he's got COVID-19 right now. Golly. Get him off the team.
Luke, I love you. All right. Legion of Bust beats Ron Dynasty's team. 97.44, 82.08. Moving on. Sorry, bud. Stidham's daddy versus my hilarious name. Holy Dalvin Cook.
Can we just if Bobby was a band, he would be a one-hit wonder. He's a one-man wonder. He has 55 points from Tyler Lockett the week before. He's got 47 points from Dalvin Cook. He needs one player just to go off, and then he wins.
That's it.
That's a great
way. That is a great way of putting it. You're absolutely right. Tyler Lockett just dominated last week. That's all he needed. Dalvin Cook dominated this week. It's unbelievable. The only consistent thing in his, which is funny because we were just talking about this, the only consistent part of his team is Young Hoku, the kicker.
You know what? Look, we were so crazy to think that Swamp Jim was, drafting two kickers, and then he was all about Koo.
I did a 180.
And now I kind of want to trade for him. I'm like, man, this guy's a consistent producer in the league right now. He actually could be a kind of a game changer if you look at the disparity in points and kickers. This guy could actually make a difference on your team. So yeah, I mean, I guess you learn something new every year with fantasy football, and yeah. So I guess Boo's the play right now.
You were the one with Miami on the bench.
No, I just picked up Miami.
Oh, okay. Whew. That would have sucked. I see why you know so much about Damian Harris. But
Damian Harris.
I also think, like I was saying earlier.
Oh no, I did have Miami on the bench. Yeah, I had Miami on the bench.
That sucks.
Well, because Tua was starting, so I had Rams versus Miami. Yeah. So I was like, well, it's just
that was a smart play.
Yeah, it's just you have to eat that. But I mean, Brian LaFleur is the head coach at Miami, has got them playing some defense. So
I think it's Brian Flores.
Yeah.
You said Brian LaFleur.
I'm probably thinking Brian Lopez or LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur.
No, what's the guy in Always Sunny?
Brian Lefebvre.
Just a common mix.
Boom, we got your wallet. Boom, we got your credit cards. I would keep Le'Veon Bell in the starting roster. Like I said, I think Greg Williams just wanted to stop the run this one time just to get back at Le'Veon Bell. So I think he's gonna keep doing well. Your boy Andrews here is the most up and down tight end I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
You need Connor McCaffrey back. You need him back.
I actually have a game plan. And, at first last week, I was a little hard on him. I was like, hey, he's coming back. He has to be back. So I've decided, for the sake of my team, that this is the way we have to do it. And I want you here with me. Dear McCaffrey, long time no see. And I'd love to see you again. I need more points. I need you. So do. All right, enough of that now. So that's my love letter to Christian McCaffrey. Please come back. Please.
Do you have pictures drawn on it? Do you have any stickers?
Oh, I had stickers. I had stickers. Yes.
Oh, that is amazing, dude. That is amazing.
Well, that's how much he means to my team and how much I need him. So if he could come back, that would be great.
Oh man.
So,
dude, do you even know when he's coming back?
They're saying he's likely to play this week coming up. I mean, he was trying to push Thursday Night Football, but with it being a midweek game, they were thinking, or they just thought that it'd be a little bit more cautious with him.
Yeah.
They decided to push it, and I think they're saying he's going to be this week. So let's hope so.
Hang on 1 second, I can't hear you.
Let's hope my letter works.
All right. Let's see. I lost my place. Your team's fine, dude. Your team's good. It's just you ran into Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook kind of slammed you like a brick wall.
Basically, I was like Green Bay Packers defense, and Bobby was Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, Green Bay's weird. I think Burrow is the play for Bobby from here on out.
Shout out to Bobby for playing Burrow. I was actually
same.
Happy with him. Like, if there was one person I was happy that I lost to, it was Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Yep. He also had his best player on the bench, which is surprisingly not Dalvin Cook. Nuke didn't score as many points, he had a bye, but Nuke. Oh, get this. So DeAndre Hopkins, even with the bye, is still leading the league in reception yards. Even after the bye. Still leading the league.
Yeah. No, that was
he's incredible. I mean, yeah, Kyler Murray is just feeding him. Huh?
Yeah, he's loving himself.
Yeah. Dude, Kyler Murray loves that deep ball. I love it. Calamari, ooh, so good. I'm on the Murray train, baby. I love it. Dude, Bobby is putting together a little bit of a run. I'm going to say it. I think he's going to go on a little run. I got him beating Dak's ankle next. Huh?
He got himself set up.
Yeah, I have him beating Dak's ankle next week. So that's about all I had for this one.
Same
here. Yeah. He's like moving on. Okay, let's last matchup, and then we gotta wrap this up quick. Fuck, man, we just keep talking.
Keep going.
I know. Okay, let me see. Falcons. Let's see. Stidham's daddy beats Mahalair's name 128.38 to 100.64. Moving on to Falcons Tank 21 versus Over the Hill, and Joe. David Biggs had a perfect weekend.
David Biggs had a perfect weekend.
His fantasy team,
correct.
His fantasy team won. The Falcons won. The Georgia Bulldogs won. Never did I think I would see that this year.
No.
Never.
I mean, If I was Biggs, I would have gotten a lottery ticket this weekend because that would have been the play.
Yeah.
I would have been surprised if he would have won at this point. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, good for Biggs. I mean, we're staying positive on this league, so we're saying nice things. Well done, Biggs.
We're positive league.
And honestly, he also won that trade too. So like a lot of good things going for him right now. Good on you, Biggs.
I agree. I agree. He's doing big things. Doing big things. I thought Huff was going to put together a little bit of a run. He did get boned. He did get boned by Tennessee defense, Galladay, Graham, Swift. Like he just kind of got fucked. I was completely wrong about Swift. I thought Swift was just going to be dominant this game, but Indianapolis defense is good, man.
Very good defense. Yeah, I mean, best defense in the league right now in fantasy points wise. I have to question the Tennessee play against Cincinnati. I mean, I guess I get it. The numbers were showing that Cincinnati was a favorable matchup, but as of recent weeks, they've been driving the ball, scoring. So, and then I don't know how you give up on Pittsburgh, the number one team in the league right now.
Biggest bonehead move. He did that too. He started didn't he start the Browns or something over the Steelers or something like that?
I believe so.
Was that him?
If I remember correctly.
Start the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Like, come on, man.
Good teams are good plays.
Yes, good teams fantasy. I like that. Ooh, let's coin that. Good teams are good plays.
Yep.
I love it. Trademark. Patent, whatever you call it. Good teams are good plays. Chicago offense is just terrible. So Jimmy Graham's not going to get shit. Nick Foles, I don't know what happens sometimes. Sometimes he'll make throws that are just like, what are you throwing at? Yeah. And I can't say very much because Drew Brees is doing the same thing. Like his old age is catching up with him. He's just like, he's throwing with like a half an arm, and his brain just isn't as sharp as it used to be. Honestly, the Saints ceiling is Drew Brees.
Yep.
We're only as good as Drew Brees is going to let us be. So yep. I hope he figures it out, thinks more clearly. Maybe, I don't know, has sex with his wife a little more so he can kind of clear his head. I don't know, dude, just something, man. Have another kid. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm just trying to I'm trying to think out the box here. Just trying to help him out. We need him because like I said, like we said, the Saints are 5-2, but they're soft. They're soft 5-2.
And soft 5-2. Yep.
Yeah.
No, it'll be interesting. Let's see.
I literally have Boo Zeke.
Boo Zeke.
Boo Zeke.
Yeah. No, it's not looking good. And I mean, hey, he did the exact right move. He should have kind of let go Zeke at this time, and he got good value out of him. So I have to say props. Props. I would have never given that
I love it. Biggs is doing big things.
I like it. Big things.
I like it.
He played, even though all his players didn't do like really, really hot, except for Mahomes, who just basically carried the team. I mean, he made the right plays on everybody.
He did.
The right players to be played.
Gus Edwards was a kind of a shocker to everybody. I didn't think he would do that well. I know you were saying you didn't. He came out of nowhere for you as well. So yeah, he did good. Apparently Jamal Williams has COVID. I just saw that. That sucks. But I would start. I would start Gus Edwards. I would just start him. Biggs, you need to go on a run. Who do you play next week? You play
Swamp Gym.
You play Swamp Gym. Definitely a winnable game because Swamp Gym right now I think he's kind of like his last 2 weeks, including this one, haven't been great. So then again, he could just go off like he has been. But Lamar Jackson did not look good. Did you watch any of that game? I mean, granted, it was against the Steelers. I get it. But Lamar Jackson is just he hasn't been throwing the ball very well. He hasn't been as dominant as he used to be.
Yeah. He's been kind of limited on basically he can't run as much, so it doesn't open up the passing game as well as he's not going to be one that's going to blow you away with the passing game.
Yeah.
So he needs that run to complement him. But I mean, and he also was playing a really good team in Pittsburgh. So I mean, you can't chalk everything up to this week.
Pittsburgh's the best team in the league. In my opinion, he's the best team in the league. I
think
love
the
him.
record shows that too.
Yeah. Man, Huff, the more I look at Huff's team, the more he just got boned. The only players that did well were Tom Brady and Ty Hill. Like, Melvin Gordon underperformed. Moore underperformed. Like, Justin Tucker was average. Like, everybody on his team just sucked this week. Like, they all picked week 8 to just blow.
Yep. Yeah, no, he's just gonna have to chalk this one up to a tough loss.
Tough loss,
especially with Galladay, being out or only getting four targets, no receptions and stuff, and I think getting hurt during the game, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's tough luck on this week.
Yeah, that's one you got to put behind you and move forward. Just move forward. So, do you have anything else on this matchup?
I think that's about it.
Okay. Cool. Let's get to our predictions, and then we'll call it a day because, again, we probably talked for about an hour and a half. Do you have to get to work?
Yeah, I got work about 15 minutes.
Cool. All right, let's roll through these real quick. Starting off, Viggo Morgenstein versus Legion of Bust. I'm going to win that one. I'm going to win every game for the rest of the year. So that's that.
Yeah, I was gonna definitely say that one as well.
Good upset last week.
Bus is on a 2-game winning streak. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Viggo Morgenstein.
I have no major buys. He has some. My team's just better. That's just it. Meat Jerk and Beef Boys versus My Hilarious Name. I still have no idea what this one. I have no clue. I don't know how the Tampa Bay wide receivers are going to do. Both of your defenses are playing each other. I have no idea what's going to happen with this. This is a crapshoot.
I'm going to tilt the luck into my favor by playing reverse psychology, although the Jinx Scots might not like it very much. But I'm going to go with, look, Dak's ankle got picked up Ryan Suckup. See? Nice pick.
There you go.
Nice, but I'm going to go with Meat Jerk and Beef Boys since they've been on a roll. So okay. I'm going to pick against myself and see how it works.
So you're going to confuse the fantasy gods.
Yeah.
Does it work that way? Because if they get pissed about being confused, it's the opposite, right? If they're confused about being mad, then they have to be happy.
That's what it works that way.
No, it works that way. That's exactly how it does. That's exactly how it works. It's reverse psychology. You see, reverse. You just throw the Uno card down. Reverse.
There's too much reverses here.
No, you see, that's the thing. You want to confuse them. They have no idea, so they just boom, magic going your way. I'm gonna go with Meat Jerk and Beef Boys too. Then we'll throw that confusion. We'll keep the confusion going. Swamp Jim versus Falcons Tank. If James actually sets his lineup, I think he's gonna win.
Now, that's going to be the big indicator. I mean, I think this is going to be the game changer is, can he set his lineup?
We have to figure this out. Like, what's going on? Like, all you got to do is set your lineup, dude.
Just set the lineup. I think, and actually, I have him winning this week on this one.
Oh, really?
I think he sets his lineup, and I think he wins.
I got Swamp Jim too. All right. Because I'm being nice to Swamp Jim now. Although I'm going to be rooting for Biggs because I want Biggs, Almeida, and Luke to go on just absolute tears. Like how interesting would that make the league if those three teams just went on absolute tears? They just started putting up 130, 140 points every weekend. Like, come on, that would throw a gigantic wrench into this whole fucking fuckfest of a league.
Of a league, yep. Very fitting name.
Fuckfest of the league, I like it. Dax ankle versus Sidham's daddy. I'm just riding Bobby's receivers at this point. I'm just gonna keep riding Bobby. Like Devontae Adams, or wait, what was his receivers? I don't know.
No, that was Meat Jerk and Beef Boys.
Receivers. I know, but Bobby had Bobby had good receivers too. He has like DK Met. No,
No, he had one man wonders.
Lockett.
He had Tyler Lockett. He
Yeah,
has
you're
Tyler
right.
Lockett, but he has one man wonders, and I think his one man wonder hits are going to be over. He's done.
Vanilla Ice.
Give me Dak's ankle.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So we're gonna Vanilla Ice him.
Ice him.
Vanilla Ice him. He's done. Oh, yep. He's done.
He can go into real estate now.
Vanilla Iced. Love it. No, that was jerk.
Well, yeah, but Vanilla Ice did too.
Oh, Vanilla Ice did?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, he went into something. He invested in something. He's like a businessman now. That's weird.
Oh, good for him. Anyways, more Calbo versus I'm Ron Dynasty's team? Dude, I am looking forward to this. You got the two biggest talkers in the league, too. The chat is going to be on fire this week. Going with Chris because injuries and buys to Luther's team, I think, are going to set him back a little bit.
Yep.
I'm really excited about this one. This is my pre-week matchup of the week, so I think it's going to be fun. I think this is the matchup of the week right here. It's gonna be fun to watch. We'll see how everything rolls out. I'm Ryan Dynasty's team gets Kyler Murray back, and I'm gonna kind of ride the Murray train on this one. I'm on the Murray train too. I like it. One thing, this is also reverse psychology too, because Luther loves being the underdog. So this is actually a good thing for him that we're both picking Chris. So spin zone, boom. Love it. Man, Fuck Yahoo versus Over the Hill.
These fantasy gods are not going to like us, but all right. Yeah, fuck Yahoo and Over the Hill. I've got Over the Hill on this one. He had a little trip up last week, but he's a pretty good team.
Dude, more than half of Dave Almeida's team is on a bye or injured.
Yep.
Like, he's the most unlucky team in the league. I got to go with Over the Hill. I can't in good conscience go with Almeida's team with everything that's going on his team right now. Like, it's just, I can't. I hope he wins. I love the underdog. Too, but I love the underdog story. I need this too.
I need this win for this week. So, but all right, Over the Hill it is.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up. I'm looking forward to this weekend. We got who's playing tonight?
Tonight's actually Green Bay and San Fran.
Fran. Okay. Ooh, I gotta set my lineup.
Pretty good game if like San Fran had all their starters in, but
yeah. But dude, I love it. Aaron Rodgers is just gonna have a fucking touchdown fest all game. I love it.
Yep. I don't know anything about that.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay, boys. Let's have a good week. This is going to be fun. Again, everyone's still in it. Everyone still can make the playoffs. I need those 3 teams that I said earlier to go on runs. Please, let's shake up the league. Let's do this. All right? See everybody next Wednesday or Thursday.
Later.